Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all around the world, to the Overwatch Pretenders semi-finals games, where we have two teams going battling it out to see if they can get to the finals. This is the first semi-finals of many, and the teams we have today is Night Ops Academy with an 8-2 record, going up against Unknown Academy with a no less 4-6 record. I am your cast today, Brilliant Frame, and I will be a solo caster. So we're hoping to see a few good matches today. Our first map is going to be a hybrid map. It will be Hollywood. Really good map for the good sightlines here. We might see some Widow being pulled out, or we might see some classic Bunker. Really good high ground for that Orisa and that Bastion to stay on this high ground. Also, with that good choke line, we do have the right hand side going into a little TV room, but however, they can be seen by that enemy Bastion, depending on where he's been put up. Is he going to be straight up and towards that choke point, or is he going to be hanging a little bit more back onto that, aiming towards that point, or will we actually even see Bunker? This is my first time casting for the Overwatch Pretenders League. So I don't know these teams very well, but hopefully I will know them a lot better through these few matches. So by looking at a few of the teams, you probably see them. A variation. Unknown Academy only has one tank player on their roster. So it's going to be interesting to see how they pull this out. Are they going to stick to one main tank, or do they have someone else that's going to be on this off tank? Night Ops Academy has a much more varied roster in their pockets, so it's going to be really handy during these next few matches. So it's probably hence why they got this such good record of 8 wins and 2 losses. So on defense will be Night Ops Academy, and Unknown will be on the attack. Great thing I like about Hollywood is just the high verticality and the straightness, like the sightlines you can have for characters such as Widow. I'm a big sucker for the great Widow plays. If I see a few good headshots, I will start to go crazy because I love a good Widow play. So 2 seconds until we start to see a few characters being pulled out. So from the Night Ops Academy side, we do see the classic GOATS composition. Very good composition to use, especially with characters such as D.Va, who can block enemy shots from coming out. However, on the Unknown Academy side, we have a much more varied composition. We have kind of a 2-2-2 composition. Ooh, maybe... actually only one tank with 4 bears playing Hammond and Burger. Burger is on that Sombra. Sombra is a well-known character to be a good counter towards the GOATS composition. So Night Ops Academy have to be aware of that Sombra. If they don't kill that Sombra, or make sure she can't get up close and personal, it will be a big disadvantage for Night Ops Academy. Here we go, straight into it. 10 seconds already away from this tank bank. A few picks coming across, and the first battle is about to commence. So you can see Unknown Academy being really close up together with Burger being on that right hand flank, or depends on where it's situated. He's just trying to get his flank. Good kills from Mangachoose and kills to there. The Sombra and Zenyatta, Reinhardt and Zarya both getting 3 picks onto Unknown Academy and stopping this push from actually getting to the point. Few ultimates slowly coming out. We do see on the Unknown Academy side, we do see Burger at that 62% off that EMP, a very good ultimate from Sombra, because she can stop any abilities being used or any ultimates, especially ultimates such as Zarya ult, or even a good Earth Shatter from a good Reinhardt. Right, we can see Unknown Academy going around the backhand side here, trying to get the good flank here. However, Night Ops Academy aware of this, and a good and a shatter from Mangachoose, trying to stop it. However, was blocked by 4 bears. 4 bears did pick off Mangachoose there, and countering shatter from 4 bears, taking down 4 people there. Naomi Smalls using the rally, giving extra health to his teammates, making sure they can last a bit longer during this fight. However, Unknown Academy are taking the point. They have taken 2 points ticks off this point, and with 2 minutes left, they have quite a good chance to take this point fully. They can now reset and come back with a come back fighting, especially with Burger with this EMP, as I talked about earlier. However, Matt does have his self-destruct ready and available, which can stop a full push before it even starts. So it's going to be communication is going to be key between these two ultimates here to make sure these work and work well. However, we do see the Unknown Academy's Anna slowly coming up to her ultimate. Forebears being nanoed here. Imandion, the Unknown Academy Zarya, getting 3 picks onto Night Stoppers Academy, and Forebears finishing off that Zenyatta, getting a good abnormality, finishing off the opposing Lucio, and Forebears finishing off getting the pick onto the Baby Diva. With 3 minutes and 30 in the bank, they gotta be proud that they actually got to take the point. Not many teams managed to take this point. It depends on how the defending team manages to hold this point. We do see a few ultimates from the Unknown Academy. We do see the Lucio ultimate and the Earthshatter from Forebears ready and available. Unknown Academy's Zarya. Shatter from Manga Cheese there. Getting 3 people. Then, however, Lucio did use his ultimate, keeping his teammates alive. Big shatter from 4Bs there, getting 4 people onto the ground and stopping them from defending this point. Matt is demected. 4Bs did get the kills onto Manga Cheese. Hooper getting the kill onto the opposing Lucio. Hooper again onto the opposing Brigitte, and Imandion and Burger finishing off the Night Ops. Good momentum here from Unknown Academy here, keeping the payload moving, make sure they can get a good enough distance and helping them in the second round, because distance and time will matter if they lose this point. 3 ultimates on the Unknown Academy side, make that 2 now as their Zarya just use their Graviton Surge. Big self-destruct from Matt, getting abnormality. The Lucio on the Unknown Academy's team, however, was countered with 4Bs, getting a pick onto the opposing Reinhardt and Dr. White and Kritson going down as well, and unfortunately Matt did go down there as well. This momentum, I'm liking this momentum from Unknown Academy, keeping that payload moving. Not only stopped a little bit, but that momentum has continued to go. And Burgess still does have his EMP, and Hooper does have his rally. However, on the Night Ops Academy, they do have their Earthshatter, and MB4U does have his Graviton Surge slowly coming up. Matt did get the pick onto Burger. He did use his ear people. It wasn't backed up by anyone, so that's got to be a heartfelt from Burger. However, Forebears did say something about that and got the good shatter onto Night Ops, getting a pick onto Manga Cheese, and Matt being demeched. It's going to be a disheartening for Night Ops with the 8-2 record. This great push from Unknown Academy. Even though they have more losses than wins, they are still a good team, and they're pushing this payload very far and they almost getting to this 3rd point. Alright, this comes to the final stretch. Only 10 meters, less than 5 meters until we go to point 3 and off to round 2. A few ultimate screens to that. Forebears did try to use his Earthshatter there, but Naomi Smalls did counter it with her ability. Did get the pick onto Kitson, and Manga Cheese did go down as well by Burger. However, Naomi Smalls getting the pick onto the opposing Zarya. Normality getting the pick onto Matt, and Burger onto the opposing Zarya. This fight is slowly starting to wear down. Naomi Smalls using the rally, trying to keep herself alive, especially with the teammates such as Dr. White, and Dr. White slowly coming in, and Kitson currently slowly trying to help the support. Good shatter from Kitson there, getting up to 3 people, then Forebears getting opposing. Nebo Grafton Surge. Not getting anything from that. It's going to be disheartening. That's going to be a waste of an ult. However, they are staggering this time. They came to this point 2 minutes, and the Night Ops Academy did manage to take off 1 minute. However, by the looks of it, Unknown Academy will take this point and will take point for it, and will hopefully go to round 2.
Go to sleep.
So close now, and there we go. Unknown Academy taking point round 1 with about 40 seconds left on their time break. Not much time, but it's still a bit of time, because if Night Ops Academy do manage to get to point 3, it means we will go to a round 3, which will be really good and give Unknown Academy another chance to win this first match. So great plays from Unknown Academy, using that momentum to their advantage, and it seemed like Night Ops Academy couldn't find their footing during this defense. During the final bit where they had the advantage, the spawn advantage, however, during the rest of the map, it seemed that Night Ops Academy couldn't just find their footing. They couldn't find a good defense. They could stagger it a little bit, but to put a full hold, it was kind of hard. They had a good defense on point, but when the cart started to begin to move, it seemed they couldn't find their footing. However, it's quite a hard job to stop the payload, but however, it's not impossible. Right, we do see the Ghost composition being played from the Night Ops Academy, with the addition of Matt playing a Sombra instead of D.Va. However, on the Unknown Academy, we are seeing the bunker composition, as I did talk about earlier. However, they do have Edemion on the Junkrat, a really good character to use, especially with Matt playing the Sombra. If that Sombra gets caught in a trap, it's going to be disheartening for Night Ops Academy, because they lost an opportunity there. So these traps are going to be vital from this Unknown Academy Junkrat, to keep an eye on him. But we can't forget about Fourbears. During that last round, he was always having his ultimates, about 30 seconds between all of his ultimates, really good timing, and always having the counter shatter towards Mangacheese. However, now we do see a few changes, so they seems to be going for a more DPS heavy on the Night Ops Academy. We do see Naomi Smalls on the Pharah comboing with Dr. White on this Mercy, so we're going to see a pharmacy composition combined with the double sniper composition played by Matt and EBO for you. And we do see a very spread out. We do see Mangacheese and Matt right at this back line here, harassing that Bastion, making a distraction to him. And we do see Naomi Smalls applying poke damage to that shield. Great pick onto Berger there from the before, stopping that Bastion. However, it did get res by Abnormality. Picks being back and forth now. Matt getting a pick onto Fiesdom. Berger getting a pick onto Mangacheese, and Naomi Smalls onto the Berger. The before, and now onto the Neomdium. Edemion onto the Junkrat. So it means there's no trap, and they could have a good time here. However, we do see Hooper 57 with this D.Va, and Fourbears still making sure he's contesting that point and stopping him from taking the point. However, now he has backed off a bit into this little room, and he was killed by Matt and Naomi Smalls. So it seems like Night Ops Academy will take this first point with 2 minutes and 25 2 minutes in the time bank. Really good timing, especially a good few ultimates coming up. With 3 of that ultimates, we have Matt and their Dragon Strike new before for you, and with the infrasights, which can be able to see through walls and see where the enemy is trying to defend, and the enemy spawns with the Sporage. If comboed really well, it can be a really showstopper here from Naomi Smalls, and we're hoping to see some good Pharah plays. Oh, great pick on team Edemion for you, stopping that enemy Widow from getting any picks onto their team. Mangacheese getting on to pick onto Berger, onto the enemy Ashe, because Berger now has gone from the Bastion onto the Ashe. Hooper 57 getting a good pick onto Kitson there, we're putting a full hold onto this push. However, they are still kind of moving this point, not as much as Unknown Academy was during their round. However, it is still moving. Edemion getting a pick onto Mangacheese there. Really good picks. Hooper 57 also getting the pick onto Nebu for you, getting payback for the earlier pick from onto Edemion. Great team plays. We do see a few ultimates on the Unknown Academy's team. We do see Four Bears and the Orisa, and their Anna does have their Nano ready. Abnormal, and the Mercy does have her Valkyrie ready and available. However, we can't forget about Kitsun and that Anna Nano. A few ultimates being pulled out now. E-Demon getting a pick onto Dr. White. That's going to be really disheartening for them, because that could be really good. However, Mangacheese said this is enough and getting a few picks. Getting the D-Mech onto Matt there. However, did get Hoover 57 son. However, he did get remexed. E-Demon getting the D-Mech onto Matt and getting the kill onto Kitsun, meaning they don't have the Anna and the anti-nade ready. Nebula 45 for you did get slapped there, and the anti-nade onto Nova Smalls and Nebula Fuel from Fierce Demon from the Unknown Academy's Anna. One thing to notice here is Burger is just right in this backline on top of the sheriff's, the jail, which means there's no pressure being added. She has good distance to roam around and get a few picks, especially onto characters such as Mangacheese on that Reinhardt. If you can get rid of that big shield, it's going to be a good advantage for Unknown Academy. Have a good picks from Nomi Smalls there onto Hooper 57, meaning they haven't got no debuff for the Unknown Academy. And big kills coming out from now. Nebula 45 getting the picks onto their Mercy. Matt getting the kill onto Four Bears on that Orisa. Nebula 45 and clean sweep from Night Ops Academy in pushing his payload forward, and so now trying to apply pressure from Mangacheese here, just trying to make sure they can't contest the point. However, we're seeing a few changes now. We see Berger on this Sombra now, and Edemion back onto this Zarya. So it seems to be a more GOATS composition from both sides. However, on the Unknown Academy, they have the addition of Sombra instead of the Diva, which is going to be very quite interesting to see, because you have a few ultimates now on the Knights Ops Academy. The really good ults. The Graviton Surge being pulled out by Knee 45, and Matt bringing out that Salvage Truck. Mangacheese getting 2 picks onto the 2 supports, and then a third one onto the opposing Zarya, and then Matt getting a self-destruct onto Abnormality, and Mangacheese finishing off Berger with Kitsun with him to support. And they still have a few ultimates from the Night Ops Academy. They do have the Earth Shatter from Mangacheese, Kitsun with his Nano, Dr. White with his Lucio ult, and Noma Smalls now bringing out that rally, giving the additional armor. Great shatter from both teams there. However, nothing was. It wasn't followed up, so meaning no picks was off. So Mangacheese getting the pick onto the opposing Reinhardt, but making there's no shield for the Unknown Academy, which could be quite harder. They do have the Zarya bubble, however, it's not enough to protect the whole team. We do see now Four Bears changed onto the Harrons. It's a great character to use to contest the point, especially in these hard hit, especially with his high mobility. Mangacheese getting the pick onto Hope 57 there. The Brigitte, few ultimates being pulled out. Burger getting a big EMP, getting 4 characters. However, ultimates being pulled out left, right, and center. Kitsun bringing out his Nano. Dr. White bringing out his ultimate. Matt bringing out his self-destruct and getting the pick onto Berger. Noma Smalls getting the pick onto the opposing Lucio. Nebula 44-7 getting onto the pick onto Edemion. Dr. White getting onto pick onto Anna. Matt and Kitsun finish off the 2 tanks on the Unknown Academy side. Nebula 45 getting rid of that Mei, the annoying Mei that can contest the point, and this payload is continuously moving. However, I see them really close together. I'm quite sure they both finished at the same time, which is really, really interesting. It means we'll be going to round 3. Whew, got interesting right there. Got right down to the wire. Yeah, both teams have 1 minute to try to contest the point, try to get as far as they can and take map 1. Great plays from both tanks there. Four Bears, great shatters. However, Mangacheese was just seeming a bit more aggressive there, putting a bit more pressure onto Unknown Academy, and pressure, it can equal diamonds. So, and that's what turned out there. They won the map, and They won round 2, and they will be now going to a round 3. So Unknown Academy will be on the defense first. No, the attack first. Sorry. And they are back to this classic this GOATS composition. However, it's a bit more varied. We do see Burgeon on the Sombra back again. Abnormality now on this Doomfist. Very good character to go up against the Reinhardt. If you can displace him from his team, it means that he can't shield his team from any incoming fire, especially from characters such as Zarya, especially with a high beam hack. Now, Abnormality has now changed back to the Lucio, so classic GOATS compositions from both sides. Fire strikes being thrown from both Reinhardts here, right there. We see Unknown Academy getting a bit more aggressive against that point first. Great anti-nade onto Hoop 57 there from Kitsun. He's getting a pick onto the opposing Reinhardt. But like I said, Unknown Academy will try to retreat here and come back. They have 30 seconds left in the time back, and that great stagger from Mangatees onto Edemian. It's going to be really in their favor, especially with the bubble not being going to be available. However, we do see Burger at 60% for his ultimate, higher than most of the Night Ops Academy. However, Burger needs to get onto this point. Great anti-nade, getting 4 people from onto the Night Ops Academy. Can they bring it back up? Mangatees getting the pick onto Hoop 57. However, 4 Bears had to stay talking about and getting the pick onto Kitsun. Meaning that both teams have lost their support. However, the very support. Unknown Academy lost Brigitte. Kitsun, Night Ops Academy did lose an Anna. Huge EMP from Burger there. He did get brought down. Mangatees saying no, that EMP won't stop me. Noma Smalls also backing him up, getting a few picks. Nearby 44, getting a pick onto the opposing Anna. This will be a full stop from Night Ops Academy, and not getting any ticks from an Academy means that Night Ops Academy only need to get 33% to take map 1.
3-3. Switching sides.
Great plays from both Annas there, getting those big anti-nades, meaning that the team can't heal up, especially if you are attacking. Healing is such a vital feature in a game such as Overwatch, or any game, in any FPS game, or any game in general. Health is really good, and if you don't have health, you will end up losing fights. It's not impossible to lose fights. However, you are a bit of a good disadvantage. Right, we do see on the Unknown Academy side, we do see a kind of DPS heavy. We do see Burger and Edemian on the Burger on that McCree and Edemian on that Widow. Hoop 57 is now on that Roadhog, so it's kind of a 2-2-2 composition from Unknown Academy with them got a Baptiste and Abnormality playing that Mercy. We do see the kind of classic GOATS composition from the Night Ops Academy. We do like this composition very much. They use it both on attacks and defense. I wonder if Unknown Academy have seen this and tried to use something a bit more to go up against it. Hence why the DPS heavy, especially with Hoop 57 onto this Roadhog. If you can get rid of someone such as Mangatees on that Reinhardt, it means that they don't have that big shield to support them, especially on the map. Especially with this big choke. They seem to be sitting in this little corner here, and I know Academy will go into this point, trying to take the point, get it fast and quick. However, it seems that Night Academy wasn't aware of it, and they were out of placement, and they are so close here, Night Ops Academy, to take first point map 1, getting a few picks onto finishing up. 4 Bears trying to stay alive to try and contest the point, and that will be a team wipe from Night Ops Academy, and Night Ops Academy will take map 1. Great plays at the end from Night Ops Academy there, using aggression to try and get Unknown Academy off their positioning, and positioning is really vital. And if you're out of position, it means that you have a bigger disadvantage. So great plays from Night Ops Academy there, forcing Unknown Academy to get onto the point, meaning they're out of placement. especially with characters such as Widow. She needs to be in a position to get picks, and if she isn't in one of those positions, she's pretty much useless. So, unfortunately for Unknown Academy, they did lose map 1. However, they do get to pick the next map, which will either be hang on. So yeah, so they do get to pick the next match. Would either be Ilios or Oasis, a capture map. So we see a bit, which as it seems, it will be Ilios, a really good map. The good thing about capture maps is you get to see a bit more varied compositions. We'll probably see Night Ops Academy using this GOATS composition. They do seem to favour that composition very well. However, Unknown Academy have had a variety of compositions being used. We kind of see a few GOATS composition. We did also kind of see a dive, and we also did see a bunker composition. So they are a bit more varied on their composition. But Night Ops Academy are only using their one composition. They have varied a bit. They have had these Sombra, and they have also had the Moira, which can change it up quite the matchup quite a bit. However, so they'll probably bring it out, especially as GOATS competition does work really well and a control map. So Unknown Academy probably need to think of something here to go GOATS competition, probably bringing out a Sombra, or which is she's a really good character good to go up against GOATS competition. If we go on to Windmill, we'll probably see the ball and hook competition being played, especially with the big wow in the middle of the capture. If you can get those environmental kills, it's going to be really in your favor because you haven't used any bullets, so you don't have the 2 seconds or however many seconds on the character you're using to reload your gun or weapon. It also means you have gotten rid of one of the players, and depending on one of those characters you got rid of, so say if you got rid of an opposing Orisa, it means they have no shield, or even a Reinhardt. If you get rid of one of those anchor tanks that can stop a contest, it's going to be really in the favor of the team that gets rid of that character. So it's going to be interesting to see. We might see some Born Hook. I haven't seen both teams, but then again, that's the great thing as I like to talk about. Control maps is a really good map, good game mode to see varied compositions. We have seen the pharmacy. You see two double sniper. We see the death ball composition. We see May Reaper, not on Ilios, but maps like Legion Tower. May Reaper is a really good composition on Legion Tower. So we haven't got any substitutes being made here, but it's seeming really interesting. Both teams are really good, and they're showing they really want to be into these finals. They want to show who's best. Night Ops Academy just being a little bit better, but Unknown Academy could come back here, especially knowing that seeing that Night Ops Academy do use the GOATS composition. However, could we see a kind of trickery here? And Night Ops Academy be saying, look, we're playing this GOATS composition, then during the next few maps they don't play it, and Unknown Academy won't be ready for the competition Night Ops Academy will play. It will be very interesting to see how they would do it. So I want to know in chat, what's your favorite map in the entire Overwatch community, Overwatch game? In my opinion, my favorite map is Rialto. I love the great sightlines. Then aesthetically, the map is so beautiful, especially with all the lighting, and you can get a good few environmental kills, especially as me being a Reinhardt main and playing the off-tank role, and get a good few kills, especially when playing Roadhog or even playing that Orisa. Right, so in a few seconds we will be going into map 2, which, as I said earlier, is Ilios, a control map. And it's going to be really interesting to see how both teams play it out here. Alright, here we go into Ilios.
Initiating match.
And looks like we will be on Windmill first. So will we see this her ball and chain composition as I talked about earlier? Or will we see a different variation of compositions? It'll be really interesting. We only have 15 seconds until we get to our final. Yeah, I wonder if we may be able to see some Torbjorn being played out here. Maybe getting a good few hammer kills in this league, which would be really, really good. And it'd be a really good laugh for the Twitch chat.
Ready for battle.
Alright, both teams are pulling out the ball and chain composition. However, a few variations. We do see on the Night Ops Academy, we do see Naomi Smalls on this Bastion, sorry. Could this might be a troll pick. However, if she can be placed very well, especially with her saying against the fence with her back protected, be really good in the favor, because then the Manga Cheese playing that Orisa can put the turret in front of her. However, do you see Edemion playing that the Pharah, really good character to use, especially to just poke damage onto characters such as Bastion. However, do you see on both teams, we do see the McCree being pulled out here. Really good counter towards the opposing Pharah on the Unknown Academy side.
The objective is now.
Slowly, Unknown Academy is slowly taking this point. They are 3/4 away, and they will start taking first point, and slowly gain the percentage. The main point of control map is to first person get to 100%. And Matt getting a pick onto the Hoop 57, and maybe for NBE4U getting a pick onto the opposing Mercy. Really good picks and stopping them push. It means that they will have to retreat, especially with the pharmacy composition being played by Edemion and Abnormality. However, Edemion does have his barrage ready, and Kitsan does have his Baptiste ultimate ready. Great barrage from Edemion there. Get the picks onto Mercy and Naomi Smalls playing that Bastion. Burger getting the kit picks onto Manga Cheese, and Four Bears getting the pick onto the MBE4U. And Naughty getting a pick onto Kitsan. The Mercy getting a pick onto Baptiste. Sanka wouldn't normally see, but the really good plays from Naughty there, showing Mercy isn't just a healer, she can also be a DPS. And now we do see Night Ops Academy go into this kind of GOATS composition. Yep, so back to the GOATS composition with Kitsan still playing on this Baptiste. It's going to be really hard for Night Ops Academy to go up against these characters such as Bastion and these Pharah that can slowly poke damage and wear down shields. Like, if they can communicate, they can move their position, which should be harder for Night Ops Academy. However, they are taking the point, and they did take the point, which is pretty much disheartens what I just said there. However, Unknown Academy is taking the point back, saying this point is ours, so we will take it. And now Unknown Academy, Night Ops Academy getting behind Bastion there. Edemion saying, "Stop this! No, I am using my barrage," and getting the picks onto Naomi Smalls and Kitsan, and picks left, right, and center. Cooper 47 getting the whole kill onto Manga Cheese. Dr. Wire get his kill back onto Hoop 57, saying, getting his counter kill, saying, backing up his teammate. And but Night Ops Academy will take the point. 58% take on for the Unknown Academy, and Night Ops Academy just passing that now at 60%. Few ultimates coming from both sides. Abnormality does have his Valkyrie. Berger does have his tank mode, and Fourbears does have his bongos ready and available. That additional damage will be in favor, especially for characters such as Pharah and Bastion. Alright, picks from Manga Cheese getting onto the Berger. Naomi Smalls picking off the opposing Baptiste. Edemion did use his barrage and get on Dr. White. However, Manga Cheese did get his fire streak onto Four Bears, and it's going to be seeming like Night Ops Academy will take round one. I know Academy will slowly begin to wear off. However, Night Ops Academy do seem to be the stronger team here, just applying the damage. And Nibia 45 at full beam here, applying as much damage as they can. Matt using the South shot to get this opposing Hammond off the point. However, May back at it again, trying to contest the point. Make sure her team can come back, especially with characters such as Baptiste with the Immortality Field. It's going to be a real hard job for them. And it doesn't seem like slowly but surely they will start to wear down. And Night Ops Academy did take round one. Just seeming a bit more aggressive there, especially going round to that flank, getting behind that Bastion. Really good plays there, because that Bastion was just not protected from the back, and they saw that, and then they took the opportunity and it worked out for them. Alright, a few changes being pulled out here. It seems to be that both teams are playing out the GOATS composition. However, Budget is playing the Sombra. He's a really good Sombra player. Should be getting the good EMPs, getting hacks onto characters such as Mango Cheese and Matt. Characters don't really want to get hacked, and so Budget is being the pain that he needs to be to the opposing team.
Capture the objective.
Alright. So we are on Lighthouse. Really good map to be really good map on Elios, especially with this middle courtyard area, because you've got both teams slowly going up against each other. And Unknown Academy will be the first onto the point. However, Naomi Smalls getting the first pick onto Highway 57. Fiestium and Four Bears going really low there. However, it's slowly coming back up. Abnormality getting the pick onto Mango Cheese, Matt coming back, getting the kills onto Berger. E-Demon did get stepped down, Four Bears did getting killed by Matt. Slowly wearing down, Matt getting the kill onto the opposing Anna. Nibia 45 getting onto the Night Ops Academy, getting the pick onto the opposing Zarya. And Kitson getting the anti-nade kill onto the Lucio. So, here we go again. Night Ops Academy taking the first point. However, we've seen it previously on WoW. Unknown Academy can take the point back of their own and start to gain percentage, especially with them being a bit more aggressive here. But it seems to be that Night Ops Academy just a bit more in greater positioning, using the high ground. Four Bears unrotated and quite a nice shot to there, and Matt finishing, backing it up, getting the pick onto Four Bears, and Nibia 45 for you getting the pick onto Abnormality, the opposing Lucio, and Matt getting the finishing off Edemion on that Zarya, and Mango Cheese, the Reinhardt getting that good fire strike onto the opposing Anna.
Nanobot is ready. Get in there and I'll hit you.
Berger does have his ultimate expect, and Edemion does have his Graviton ready. However, on Night Ops Academy's side, they do have a few ultimates of their own. They do have the Nano, they do have the Lucio ultimate, they do have the the Self-Destruct and the Graviton. It comboed really well. If Matt and you get a good combo here, they're really good here. Here we go, Self-Destruct being pulled out here. Great plays from those two there. Matt getting 3 kills, getting kills onto Four Bears and the Anna and Edemion, and Berger did get killed by the knee for you there. Night Ops Academy at 80% here. Only one more good fight from Unknown Academy until they can take map 2. Edemion using his Graviton strike. Four Bears getting and Dr. White is slowly caught up in the shatter there. Picks White. Unknown Academy getting fully wiped there. Only Abnormality left on that point. It didn't seem really well for Unknown Academy. It's going to be a hard fight, but they are putting everything they have into this match, and they're showing that they deserve to be in the semi-finals. However, Night Ops Academy are showing that they also deserve to be in the finals as well.
Play of the game.
Alright, Mango Cheese here with the play of the game. so far, both teams are showing a really good aggression, showing that they are here to win. However, Knights of Academy, as I will keep saying, but I don't want to keep saying, but they are seeming a bit more better. Hence why they are their record is 8-2. They have shown in the playoffs as to why they are a good team. However, we always do like an underdog story, so we could see Unknown Academy come back here and reverse sweep it. Okay, so we will be going into halftime now. So we're seeing about 5 minutes, and so we allow both teams to talk to their coaches, talk to their teammates, try to change a few things up, and hopefully, when we come back, we'll either see the winner. Will it be Unknown Academy or will it be Night Ops Academy? See you in a few minutes. Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from around the world. We are back playing the semi-finals where we do have Night Owl's Academy versus Unknown Academy. Night Owl's Academy is currently 2-0 on during this series. Unknown Academy just not being a bit underwhelming here. Night Owl's Academy just being a bit better. However, I do love seeing underdog stories, so we could see Unknown Academy bring it back and reverse sweep this series. And yes, I did just hit my mic there. So we are going to an assault map, and the assault map that's been picked by Unknown Academy is Volskaya Industries. really good map for the bunker composition, with the 2 high ground positions looking towards the point. You also do have a position above the just near the choke. If you do combo it with a Symmetra, using that teleport to help you maneuver around positions could be really in the favor, especially if you put it onto the Bastion. So, but looks like we will have the blue team being Night Ops Academy still, so it means that on the red team it will be Unknown Academy, and they will be on the attack first. So we have seen for Night Ops Academy, they do like to see this GOATS composition. We'll probably see it again. Might see a few variations, however we unlikely will, as they do like to use this composition very much. So we'll probably see that have the Unknown Academy. It'd be interesting to see what we will get. We do see so Night Ops Academy has changed up a bit. They still are using the GOATS composition, however they have Mangacheese playing that Winston and Naomi Smalls on the Brigitte. I was gonna say she was on the Baptiste, however she's gone back to Brigitte. The good thing about that Winston, if he could get onto the high ground, he could see what the team is playing before they actually engage, especially seeing as Night Ops Academy are using a kind of DPS, like the 2-2-2 composition, especially with Berger playing on that Sombra and Demion on that Genji. Genji's a really good character with high mobility. Forbes is also one of the good, greater players on the Unknown Academy's team, being a really good tank player, and if he can use that Winston to his advantage and be a bit more aggressive, it could be really in their favour. Would you see Berger here going around the backline, using scouting around just to tell his team what they're using? And now we do see Unknown Academy going to the GOAT competition. However, Sodonium is on the Zenyatta instead of an Ana, so we did vary up this competition, and Berger has now gone to the Brigitte instead of Sombra, so it's GOATS v GOATS competition. I know the Overwatch community dislikes the GOATS competition, however we are seeing it today. Mangacheese did the pick onto Sodonium, meaning that they have no Symmetra for the next fight, so it means there's no Discord available. Berger going really low, and he finally picked off by the 45 Mac. Getting a pick onto Forbes, Edomion and Hoop 57, getting anti-nade, Nerf 40 for you, getting a pick onto Edomion of Hooper 57, getting the reset and retreating back to spawn. A few ultimates slowly coming out. Mangacheese does have his Primal Rage ready and available. He can be really aggressive with this ultimate. He can get the team out of position and stop them from pushing so far ahead. And a few ultimates such as Matt with a South Strength can be really good, especially comboed as we saw in Ilios with Need for You and that Graviton Surge. Berger getting the pick onto Need for You. It's going to be really good. It means they have no bubble. It means, but Mangacheese bringing out that Primal Rage. Matt using that South Strike, making Unknown Academy split up, trying to get out of position. Who 57 getting slept. However, just bring out a self-destruct. Mangacheese, Forbes getting the pick onto Dr. White with Berger getting the pick onto Mangacheese. There's two characters it's something you're gonna want, especially with trying to win a battle. Naomi Smalls being left alone on the point is unfortunate for her. The whole team is going up against her. Matt, New for you, and Kitsan slowly dying there, and gonna be and Unknown Academy will take point A. In my opinion, I think point A is one of the easier points on the Vizsla Industries, because they don't have the spawn advantage for the defending team. On point B, especially on maps like Vizsla, and the spawn advantage will be in their favour. So it means they will be able to get to the fights back into the fight quicker and be able to respond. Demon getting the Graviton Surge, getting characters stuck in there. However, near for you with his opposing Graviton Surge, Manga Cheese getting a bit in the Earth Shatter, gets him 4 people. However, was on back to have an abnormality, getting a pick onto Manga Cheese and getting the D-Mac onto Matt. BJ using his additional armor, Demon getting to pick onto Matt. Ruby 57 getting to pick onto the opposing Zenyatta, meaning there will be no Transcendence. Demon getting to pick onto Neon 40, 4 Bears pick onto Naomi Smalls. Who 57 just using that self-destruct to get everyone off the point and to get a fully armed and full health mech. Oh, great! Lucky pick from Matt there, getting the pick onto Sodonium on the opposing Zenyatta. We will be getting a quick pause. During that, Kitson did get the pick onto 4 Bears here, and it seems there might be a power outage for the unknown academy team. We do see a few alternates being ready for the unknown academy team. They do have abnormality with his Lucio ult, and Dr. White is during this pause he is using his ult. He's just finishing up his ultimate, meaning he has additional armor for the next fight, and Kitsan does have his Transcendence. Alright, we also seen a few changes now. We just seen there for you playing that Tracer, a really good character to get the poking damage, especially onto characters such as Zarya and Reinhardt. Also, Naomi Smalls has changed from the Greed to the Doomfist. It seems to be really in their favour. Oh, great picks from Naomi Smalls onto dealing with that, and Who 57 getting the reset. Great stagger from Matt there onto Abnormality, meaning they don't have the Lucio, they're gonna have to wait for him. Right. So we're 2 minutes and a half on the clock for I know Academy do have quite a bit of time to work with. So it means they have time to gain a few ultimates, which they do. So they have Idiomon is only 4% away from his Graviton Surge, and Sodium and 4 Bears did just get their ultimates as well. So they will have Transcendence and an Earth Shatter ready for this next fight, and an Earth Shatter is a really good fight, if especially get characters such as Reinhardt down. And exactly what I just said, Mantis did go down in that Earth Shatter. Naomi Smalls did use the Baptiste Immortality field to keep his teammates alive. Who 57 getting his self-destruct. Unfortunately for Naomi Smalls there, just being trapped in that, being able to run away from that self-destruct, so getting caught. Who 57 getting the pick up. So Donium getting the pick onto No 44 for you. So Donium also getting a pick onto Dr. White, and the full wipe. Apart from Naomi Smalls on that Doomfist, yeah. So Dunion does also have that transition, and Abnormality does have the Lucio 3% away until they will take Matt point B. It's gotta be interesting to see here. Matt did try to get a few picks for there on with his substrate, however 4 Bears did block off. Big shatter from 4 Bears there, getting the picks, the shatter onto Dr. White and Matt. The D-Max, D-Reds could be in the favour for the attacking team because they don't have that defense matrix, getting rid of any ultimates such as Graviton Surge. Therefore, you using this traitor, getting the picks onto Berger. Also using his pulse, didn't get anything with it, but he did get the picks on the 4 Bears, a really good character for Academy, especially seeing as they don't have the shield, and they will be retreating here. Late pick onto Sodium here, great stagger. I mean, they do have a Transcendence ready and available, and the good thing about Lucio is they do have the speed boost, which means they can get into the points much faster. Manga Cheese does have his minefield though, which can stop him push, especially if they put the minefield in that little choke point, which he does seem to be grappling. Alright, minefield has been used, been pulled by No Sodonia. Riley been pulled by Burger. Who 57 using his self-destruct ultimate Matt at 92% for his self-destruct. Self-destruct will probably be used here to get the picks onto characters such as Lucio. Fourbears getting the pick onto Mangatees. Burger getting the pick onto the opposing tracer. Matt again with those big Diva ultimates. Smalls getting the pick on the Normandy. Fourbears getting the pick onto Kitson. That's going to be a real disadvantage for Academy. They want that Moira to apply support. However, Dr. White is showing how Lucio can also be a DPS player, getting the picks onto Edomian and Hoop 57. And also great plays from Unknown Academy there, taking it to 97%, which means that Knights Ops Academy will have to take both points to win map 3. Right. Great plays from both teams there. And then Academy using that momentum to their advantage, getting up to 97.5%, 2.5% away from taking point B. That's gotta be a heartbreak for them. They were so close to taking that point and making hopefully going to a round 3.
Ready for battle.
If Knights Academy will take point, also take round 2. We do see the bunker composition being pulled out from the Unknown Academy team here. They really good characters being played here, especially Burger. He's a really good Bastion player and a good overall player as well, using the DPS. And Fourbears is showing why he's a good tank player, using the Reinhardt, using the Orisa, using the Winston. Also, we can't forget about the Edemian, using the Zarya in that previous match, getting the Graviton Surge, setting up Hoop 57. Alright, we do see the double sniper composition from. Never mind, as I was saying, I was just going to say they had the double sniper composition. However, Kitson has now changed back to the Ana, and now has changed to the Zenyatta, and Mangacheese on the Orisa. Need4U is now on the Hanzo, and Naomi Smalls is on the Roadhog. Very composition here. You do have the hook from Naomi Smalls, and you do have the Sonic Arrow from the Hanzo played by Need4U. Dr. White is now changed back to the Mercy. No, never mind. He's going to the Baptiste. Using that Immortality field to their advantage to possibly fight onto the point, or even to supply aggression to the bunker composition. As I said earlier, the Valkyrie does favour the bunker position, especially with this high ground, and Knights Academy would have to walk around to try and get to the high ground to try and stop them. However, if they do get onto the point, it means that Unknown Academy will have to try move their position and to get onto. Alright, aggression being pulled out here. Oh, a great pick from Hoop 57 onto Mangacheese. Burger getting the pick onto Naomi Smalls. Fourbears getting the pick onto Hanzo. And it's going to be a full wipe here from the Unknown Academy tier, stopping that push from even starting. That first pick onto Mangacheese there from Hoop 57 was the great favour of them, because that means they had no shield, and he had all the Knights going to be pushing up, trying to get into that little room, and have Burger was ready for them, and just applying tons and tons of damage into the Night Ops Academy and fully wiping Night Ops Academy. Immortality Amplified Matrix being pulled out here by Dr. White. But again, the pick onto Naomi Smalls onto the opposing Roadhog, which would be, and that ult from Dr. White was not even used there, so that's gonna be, he's probably wants his receipt now to try and get that ultimate back. However, unfortunately for Overwatch, you can't use that receipt. Alright, 5 ultimates for the Unknown Academy side, really in their favour, especially with the bongos and the Need for you getting the pick onto AD and however he did get res. That means they had no res. Berger getting the pick onto Need for you, and Need for you was trying to use his Dragon Strike there and got killed midway during the animation. Big plays from AD and they're getting the pick onto both support tank characters there, the Orisa and the D.Va not being able to be played there. Great hold from Unknown Academy here. With only 40 seconds for Night Ops Academy, it seems they are struggling a little bit here for Night Ops Academy.
30 seconds remaining.
Unknown Academy are showing that they, during the halftime, they thought of what they could do better, and they are showing why they are in the semi-finals. You still have to have Berger with his ultimate and Sodonium with the amplified matrix to apply more damage into characters such as that Reinhardt and that opposing D.Va. Sodonium getting a pick onto Kitsu means that has no transcendent. The next fight, both being Who 57 getting the picks onto to Reinhardt and Matt playing at D.Va. Kitson is the only one left on Night Ops Academy and will be a full hold from Unknown Academy. Great plays from all teams there, using their position to their advantage. Berger applying that damage, getting a bit more aggressive with that tank mode being available, and then Edemio getting good kills with that Riptide. And that trap kills onto Matt and self-destruction means onto the D.Va means that there was no met and would be an easier kill for onto that D.Va. So now it is currently 2-1 to Night Ops Academy, and it means that now Night Ops Academy will pick map 4 because they did lose map 3, so they will pick map 4. Which means, it will be an escort map, so it'll either be Rialto, my personal favorite map, or Route 66. Both maps do favor in long sidelines, so we could see a Widow being played out, and Rialto is the map picked by Night Ops Academy, my favorite map. And I'm glad it's being played today. So, just seeing now who's going to be attacking first and who's going to be defending. But we've probably, and it has been changed. So now Unknown Academy will be on the defense first, and Unknown Academy on the defense first, and Night Ops Academy will be on the attack first. We also see getting a few substitute swaps. So we have Major Scott being swapped for Dr. White and Naomi Small Limbo being swapped for Naomi Smalls. So they are trying to finish this map off and try to win to go into the finals. Because if Night Ops Academy do win this map, they will go into the finals. And Matt has been changed by Sith Princess to a full change. So all the subs are now on to the Night Ops Academy, and a few characters being pulled off. In my opinion, I would have thought Matt would have stayed on because he's been showing really good, especially with his D.Va bombs being put out, and Naomi Small being really good on that support character and being able to flex. Especially playing that Roadhog, it didn't favour them, but Roadhog can work. You just need to be really communicating with your team. But overall, Naomi Smalls has also been a really good character, especially her Brigitte. She's been really good on that character. Right, so we'll probably see the GOATS composition being played from the Night Sub Academy, and from the Unknown Academy, we'll probably see the Bunker composition being pulled out. So especially when you can be in that hotel area, aiming towards the first from the spawn location for the attacking team means you can start applying damage as soon as they come out of that spawn. Meaning they are going to be low damage and will probably have to retreat to try and get health and try to go a different way to try and get around the to get onto towards that bunker composition, which can be possible. You do have two other bridges on both sides to get around towards that bunker composition. So you got and with the sight lines, you won't be able to, the bunker competition won't be able to see which way the team is going until it's either too late or they have a somewhere scouting out. However, the Unknown Academy will be pulling out the bunker composition. They currently have the double sniper competition. However, instead of Hanzo, they have Ash being played by Berger and Idemon playing that Widow. Alright. So we have a few changes coming up. So also we have Hoover 7 playing that Roadhog. So we have the hook and ball and chain composition being played from the Unknown Academy team, and from the Night Ops Academy is slowly aiming towards the GOATS composition. Mangacheese is still on this Torbjorn. He might stay on it. Nope, he's gone now towards that Reinhardt. And E4U is now on that server, just scouting around. And we will be going to a pause here. So we're seeing a variation of composition. We've seen Night Ops. They love this GOATS composition. It works out well for them. We see a bit more variation of compositions being pulled from the Unknown Academy, which means they're unpredictable. So if they was to go into the finals, it means that it'd be harder for the other team to predict what they're going to pull out, because they're using the newer double sniper composition comboed with the ball and chain, which can be really in their favor. If you can get any characters such as the Reinhardt out of placement and you got the two snipers aiming towards him, you can get rid of him super quick. And then you got characters such as D.Va played by Sith Princess and Brigitte played by Limbo. If you can get rid of those as well, it means the GOATS composition will fall apart. Alright, now here we go. Going out of pause and into the fight. So New4U is now come back, told his team what Unknown Academy was playing, and it's a bit more passive here because they know as soon as they go around that corner they're gonna get caught. However, they do seem to see that they are going around the back. Abnormality, did they find them out, catch them there? Yes, they did. Abnormality did unfortunately catch them there, and they are gonna see them and try to stop them. However, they are still in this little corner, and they are, and 1 minute has already ticked away, and they still have only moved a little bit. Kitsun getting the pick onto Sodonium, onto the opposing Anna. Full base getting rid of Major Scott, getting to half Berger, getting the pick onto Kitsun. For you, the Zarya full Night Ops Academy getting the pick onto full. It's going to be really good because it means they don't have the shield. Forbes is now making the change to the Reinhardt Berger, getting really low there. Really low. EDM getting 2 picks onto Limbo and Need4U. Hoover 57 finishing off Mangacheese. And Sith Princess is really low health, getting demeched. And it's going to be a kind of a hold here and stopping Night Ops Academy from pushing this payload any further. Sith Princess now getting a reset to try and group up with the teammates. However, it's a good stagger. It means they are wasting time here, and time is a very valuable thing. They only have 2 minutes left on the clock. They do have quite a bit of time. However, you're roughly talking about 2 or 3 good fights. A few ultimates. Unknown Academy side, they do have the Bob being pulled out right now, and they do have the Valkyrie and the Nano. Bob is just out of placement here, look, though. So it means that he won't get anything from that. Great pull out for Who57, pulling out that Lucio there, putting into position when Bob can pick off the character, making sure he isn't as useless as he was. And Bob actually did something there. Mangacheese does have his shatters though. He has shown it previously how good he is on these Reinhardt, and Sith Princess does have their self-destruct ready and available. Big shatter from Mangacheese there, getting 3 picks. Sith Princess 2 picks onto the 2 snipers there, Berger and Edemon going down. Who57 being picked off by Limbo, Major Scott getting the pick onto 4Bears. Leave4U getting the final pick onto Sodium, and Berger being taken down by the opposing Zarya. 60 seconds on the clock. I know Academy will probably try to put a good defense here to try and stop them. Hog being pulled out from Who57 there to push the team, stop them from moving this payload any further. Huge hook onto Near4 there. Graviton Surge being pulled out by Near4U. Limbo gets an and Sith Princess getting picks onto Unknown Academy. Limbo finishing off Sodonium. 4Bears taking the getting a drink from the river, and Mangacheese getting the charge onto Berger. Alright, we do see a change now, but Unknown Academy is going towards this GOAT composition now. It means they don't have any ultimates for this next fight, whereas on the Night Academy do have a few ultimates. They do have Limbo slowly coming up to that rally, and Mangacheese with that Earth Shatter. However, ultimates isn't the main important thing in this game. It's a good feature. However, it can win you fights, but it can also lose you fights. Okay. You can see here, Night Academy just applying pressure so they can't contest the point. Major Scott pulling out the Lucio. Big shatter from Mangacheese, getting 3 in caught in that shatter. Mangacheese picking up 4Bears, Sodonium and Berger, and getting the final pick onto Edomium. Make sure the Zarya can't put it by any bubbles. Who57 falling by Mangacheese, and Leave4U finishing off Abnormality. And we've only 2 ultimates used there from Night Ops Academy. Really good ult investment there, meaning they still have the Transcendence. Mangacheese is already at his already got his next Earth Shatter ready and available. His ult economy, his ult, he's getting those ults so goddamn quick, and it's unbelievable. Both Graviton Surge pulled from both teams, left, right, and center. Both Sith Princess did not get any picks. 4Bears getting the pick onto Mangacheese there, to the opposing Reinhardt. Edemium and 4Bears getting the pick onto Sith Princess and Leave4U. 4Bears getting the 2 picks onto Limbo, and putting a stop to this push. With 2 minutes left on the clock, Night Ops Academy had to be happy with what they're doing so far. They've pushed it and with the good holds, almost going to overtime during point A. They've pushed it to point 2 so quickly. Mangacheese getting the shatter onto. However, he didn't get anything with it. So Donin get the pick onto Mangacheese. However, the 4Bears did get fallen by kits on both Zenyatta teams, getting rid of the Zenyatta. Limbo getting the pick onto the opposing Brigitte, and Nordic getting the DMAC onto Sith Princess. Sith Princess then getting the pick onto Edomian. That's gonna hurt 40 Edomian, getting killed by David. Limbo getting the pick onto Sodonium. Who57 getting the self-destruct onto Limbo. Just seems to be ping-ponging. Kitson getting the DMAC onto Who57. Could you see Who57 get the pick onto Leave4U? Leave4U getting the pick onto Abnormality. Sith Princess getting the final pick onto Who57. The DMAC Diva on for the Unknown Academy team. However, we do see a Transcendence ready and available for Sodium. Edonium does also have his Graviton Surge, but also does Leave4U. Transcendence pulled out from Sun here. Ursa being pulled out by four bears here. Mantis hasn't just got his ultimate. Maybe just got getting out his Lucio ultimate. Sith Princess get onto four bears. Sith Princess also now using his U57. 2 picks onto the 2 supports for the Night Ops Academy. They just got getting a pick onto the final support for Unknown Academy. Limbo finishing off with Edomian and Hoop 57.
The payload is approaching.
It's desperation mode for Unknown Academy here. Try to get as much time as possible. They do only have 10 seconds for on left on the time bank for Unknown Night Ops Academy. However, if they get to point 3, it could mean we go to round 3. Hopefully together getting the 2 picks onto the DMAC and the Major Scott. Get some also getting his own DMAC onto Hoop 57 and also getting the pick onto Edomian. Mangacheese finishing off Hoop 57 and Sodonium gets some back into the game, getting rid of these tanks. He seems to be a really good, he seems to being the tank killer here. Limbo getting the picks onto Berger and gets some getting the final pick onto Abnormality. Sith Princess getting rid of that Doomfist and there we go. Night Ops Academy getting to the final location on Rialto.
0 to 3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Great place from Unknown Academy there. Getting Night Ops Academy into final, into the overtime. You've got to be really happy about that. It means that they only get 1 minute into round 3, so it means they have a good advantage. So they just need to be much quicker on their time towards getting round 3 to have a better advantage for the for round 3 and potentially go to map 5.
Ready for battle.
Okay, we're prepared to attack now. So we do see a few variations of compositions. We do see the double sniper variation combination from the Night Ops Academy with Sith Princess playing the Ashe and Need4U playing the Widow. Also, we do see Limbo playing the Pharah. Really good character to use, especially these environmental kills. So if you can get the concussion mine on concussion blast onto the characters such as a Reinhardt, it'd be a big disadvantage for the attacking team because they don't have that big anchor shield.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Surprisingly, we don't see any Sombras from the attacking team to try and scout out what the team is playing to have better information of what they're actually going up against. However, they just seem to be going full forward with this, full on sending it into this final match. Well, potentially final match. Hoop 57 going really low, getting the DMAC by Sith Princess. Mangacheese going really low, Mangacheese going about 100, having 100 HP. Princess going to half health. Limbo getting a pick onto Sodonium means they have no Zenyatta from the Unknown Academy. However, they are still pushing this point, being a much quicker time than Night Ops Academy. However, going to this towards this bridge area is going to be harder, and especially the two snipers aiming towards this courtyard. That was the plan for Night Ops going to get them towards this courtyard. That means they have not much cover from these two snipers, and with a lot of space for the snipers to maneuver around, it's going to be hard, quite easy for Night Ops Academy to get the good picks. Good stagger from Limbo there onto Abnormality, to mean they have no Lucio. Birds are going to half health, getting almost picked off. They are going around the side here. However, we do have Need4U using the info side, meaning they know where the team is coming from, so they're getting prepared. So you do see the Limbo just applying damage, and Mangacheese just applying a bit of pressure towards 4B's playing on the Orisa. Need4U getting the pick onto Berger, the opposing sniper, and also onto Edomian, getting rid of both snipers there. meaning there has not much pressure going up towards him. Meaning he can just maneuver around and get a few kills. Limbo going getting a pick onto Hoop 57 and quite a few ultimates on the Night Ops Academy. Do you see Kitsun with his Nano? Sif Princess only 5 away until he gets that bomb. Major Scott with his Valkyrie and Limbo with that barrage. However, on the which can be really good for Night Ops Academy because they can use the Bob to just have distraction. But getting picked off by Limbo and Nano Winston. Limbo getting 2 picks onto the 2 tank characters being played by 4Bs and Hoop 57. A few changes now. Virgin now playing to the McCree to try and go up against this Farah. However, it's going to be quite hard because he does also have the 2 snipers,
60
in
seconds
the
remaining.
Widow and the Ash aiming towards him as well. So it's going to be quite hard, especially with these urban sidelines. Oh, great pick onto 4 bears there, putting a full stopping the shield from coming, saving them. Sif Princess getting the pick onto Burge, the opposing McCree. Valkyrie be pulled out by Major Scott. Mankichi's getting picked onto Indiomium. However, this payload is still moving. They're getting so close there to almost getting to point 2. Quit disheartening for Night Ops Academy. If they manage to do that, and it would be a great hooray from and it can be 2 picks from Nebo through there onto 4Bs and Demon. But getting killed by the jump pad from Mankichi's. Normally getting picked off the New4U, showing pure dominance on that Widow there. And Night Ops Academy will take Rialto, making it 3-1, and they will be going to the finals.
Play of the game.
Great plays from both teams there. However, Night Ops Academy just showing how the team, how just being a bit more patient can be in your favor. They let an academy come to that courtyard, allowing them to get better sightlines. And when they had those better sightlines, they was able to use the Farah, Widow and the Ash to their full advantage, and using Limbo on that Farah to supply to be annoying towards the enemy team. So that has been the first of the semi-finals on the Overwatch Pretenders League. I have been your solo caster, Brilliant Frame. You can follow me on Twitter at Brilliant Frame with 3 hours instead of 2. But that's me signing off.